She said it was a peaceful protest. Hold on. Until the people from Compton came in. She said, don't nip over there. They started it. Yeah, I don't believe me.
Okay, so last night when I talked to the sheriff, he had told me the situation in Paramount was under control, that the people that were peacefully protests have left. The situation was now across the street into the Compton area, and this was the unruly folks, that Saturday night crowd, the people that were there to actually protest immigration were gone. We agree that if you're being violent, you should be arrested, you should be prosecuted. There is no disagreement on that. I think that's an effort that we can all say. But this is not what's happening. We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest. The president is sending the National Guard because he doesn't like the scenes.
This is why we're telling you to keep your ass at home. No matter what, they're going to find a way to blame it on us. As if only black people are able to commit crimes. Look at this violent person. Right now, I'm robbing somebody's home. I'm stealing something. Look at me, the criminal.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Well, happy Tuesday, guys. Got a little news for you. It seems that the head of the Latinos for Trump, Cuban edition, has been detained by ICE. I will vote for Donald Trump. These lessons just keep on coming. These lessons just keep on coming. Y'all never learn. So Donald Trump has now seized the very person that gathered, that pulled together, that united thousands, if not millions, of Latinos together to vote for Donald Trump. And now he has been detained by ICE. So he will go back to wherever they decide to send him with that I will vote with Donald Trump on his lips. Well. That's a very interesting discovery, don't you guys think? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I just dropped in to give that tidbit. But before I go, Latinos for Trump. One question for you. Is it great again yet? Asking for a friend.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw these videos. So it's official. Some people can really, make decisions that will hurt themselves. It's quite unfortunate, right? Imagine this guy, all the campaigns, everything, he stood out, campaigning, calling all the Latinos, gathering millions and thousands of people to really campaign for this person and vote for this person. And all of a sudden, his policies are after you and your status in the country. That's really funny. And you guys saw that Latino woman who came out and said, that it was actually the black people who came out to help people, the Latinos protesting, that went ahead to do all the misbehaviors. You guys, is that even possible? I thought everyone got the memo to sit back home. How come they are not calling out people who were in their houses? Well, guys, I've got some clips for you guys, which I'm just going to let through. Then I'll come back with my commentary. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch, then I'll come back with the commentary.
If people getting deported looked like me, the left would not care.
Sarah, math, please. Not today. How can I make this disgusting and inhumane situation of brown and black people being racially targeted, ripped from their families and friends, and thrown into detention centers or deported without due process about me and people who look like me, even though historically and currently it has never been me or the people who look like me being terrorized, but it has in fact been me and my fellow Pe0ple Plus people doing the terrorizing. Do y'all ever decenter yourselves? You're always trying to steal the spotlight. Thanks to white people, Christopher Columbus, and J-Lo, we can't never have shit. Whole time, the reality of the situation is if it were people who looked like you, whose rights were being violated, who were being ripped from their families, who were being deported without due process, that's the only time that you would care. And on the other hand, when white people come into this country illegally or break the law, you don't care. Exhibit A of this is Elon Musk, who came to the U.S. on a student visa to attend Stanford University, never enrolled in classes, and instead started working on his business. Mind you, and I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this, he didn't have a work visa, he had a student visa, which means he didn't have the proper documentation to be here and working, which means he was here illegally. So when y'all gonna start telling him to go back to Africa? Right. Oh, but they have to come here the right way, they have to follow the law. Elon Musk didn't come here the right way. And laws? Girl, you don't know her. You just voted for a 34th time convicted felon. Like, what the Mind you, coming to the U.S. illegally is a civil offense. That man has criminal offenses plural, and y'all skipped happily on the 1 and 3 beat to the polls to vote for him. Please miss me with the bullshit. You never cared about someone coming here legally or following the law. You only care now because they don't look like you. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
So Trump is leaving the G7 summit real fucking quick. And he tweeted out earlier today, maybe 30 minutes ago, that Tehran needs to get ready to duck for cover and fucking evacuate. So that could mean one or two things to me. That means Israel's about to drop some real heavy shit because they do have a clear way to do that. Or the United States is about to join this goddamn jungle of a war. I thought Trump said, and I could have sworn he said, we will not get in it unless one of us, a United States citizen, is hurt. I ain't heard nothing like that. I ain't heard nothing like that. I ain't heard nothing like that. So what the fuck is about to go down? Trump, if this man reneges on what he said, saying that we are not about to go to war with them, that is Israel's fight. If this man jumps in, y'all, he lied about his whole fucking campaign. He swore up and down Kamala Harris was going to be the one to bring us to war. This man ain't even been in fucking office a full 6 months. And we are already on the brink of World War III. Is this what the fuck y'all voted for?
So, Governor, forgive me. I've got to sit down because I am not feeling well.
Okay, so I know y'all remember her. That's Ileana Garcia, who I just recently found out is the leader and creator of Latinas for Trump. And she recently released a statement saying that the White House immigration crackdown was inhumane. Now, she said, this is not what we voted for, State Senator Ileana Garcia said in a statement on Saturday. I have always supported Trump through thick and thin. However, this is unacceptable and inhumane.
Well, they did sign up for it, actually, and this is what I campaigned on.
You politicians that are saying this, I don't know if you are saying this because you're hoping to get points back with your community, with your constituents who know that you sold them up the river, but it's not going to work. One, this is what you voted for. Do you not remember when this man held a rally and there was one person there that he didn't like at the rally? So he instructed the group of people to beat that person up and drag them out of the rally?
Get her out of here. But there's a slob. There's a real slob.
If he does that with somebody at a rally, what do you think he would do with the people that he has labeled horrible things that he says don't belong in this country? Y'all did know this was going to happen. This is what you voted for. This is what you wanted. Because if you didn't want this, there was another clear option of somebody who was not going to do any of this. And the fact that you're the leader of a group called Latinas for Trump, that is Latin women for Trump, says it all. I cannot believe that you decided to put out this statement. Girl, bye.
Many working class voters' support for Trump was rooted in promises of economic rival, tougher immigration laws, and a perceived return to law and order. But in multi-ethnic urban areas like Los Angeles, where immigrant labor forms the backbone of construction, service industries, and domestic work, those promises quickly translated into ICE raids that tore apart neighborhoods, disrupted local economies, and fractured families. Some MAGA voters, particularly in Latin community or families with mixed immigration status, express regret as they witness the real-life implication of voting their perceived economic interest over their community's well-being. They may have believed in stricter border control or deportation of criminals, a common narrative used during campaign rallies, but did not expect that long-time resident, undocumented but not criminal, would be swept up in raids at school, workplaces, and homes. In Los Angeles, ICE raids intensified with a zero-tolerance policy, sending shockwaves through immigrant communities. Reports surfaced of parents being detained while dropping off children at school or during routine traffic stops. The fear created a chilling effect. Fewer people reported crimes, showed up for court dates, or sought medical help, all contributing to social decay that ran counter to the order that many MAGA voters hoped to achieve. Even some white, blue-collar Trump voters began to question the wisdom of their choices. Farmers and small business owners who had rallied on undocumented labor found themselves without workers. Others saw their friends or neighbors, people they had known and relied upon for years, suddenly gone, deported after decades of quiet living. It became clear that the sweeping approach to immigration enforcement was not just targeting bad homebreeds, but also long-time tax-paying residents who had become part of the social fabric. Guys, the regret didn't just come overnight, but it came powerfully for those who realized that their vote had real, irreversible consequences. When political slogan became law, the abstract becomes personal. The eyes raised in Los Angeles became a painful lesson in how voting for narrow interests without a deeper understanding of policy impacts can backfire. Regret in politics rarely brings easy redemption, but it does bring clarity. And for many former MAGA supporters, especially those who witnessed their communities crumble under harsh immigration policies, that clarity has sparked a new political awakening, one rooted not in fear, but in the shared humanity of their neighbors. And that's why you have a lot of them who are currently, on outside there protesting, and also asking black people to come join them in the protest. But these guys are saying, we're not coming, we are resting. Well, guys, I would love to hear your opinion about today's video. Let's have that conversation in the comment section. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Bye, guys.